The Idaho Steelheads kick off a two-game series on the road this weekend from Rapid City, South Dakota, with the opening face-off between the Steelheads and the Rush coming up at 7:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Cam McGuire here alongside head coach Everett Sheen. Well, Sheener, the main word that I heard from last week's series was disappointing, and I think that you would probably say the same, but when you look back at that three-game series last week, what'd you take away?
We just got to find a way to be up for every game. You know, we talked as a group, we were flat all three games. And it really translated onto the ice. You know, we're a much better team than we showed last week. And, you know, we talked about it, giving up 3 at home, that's not who we are. So we have to find a way to bounce back here this week.
Opportunity to do so on the road as well. Let's look at the week as a whole, because it was probably the first time in over a month that you had 3 straight days of practice. I know you guys nearly were out there about an hour. So when you look back on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, what were some focal points that you guys wanted to improve on?
I really liked our execution in practice in terms of passes on the tape and hard and crisp and doing everything fast. But yeah, we dialed in our systems, our D-zone coverage, zone forward check and all that stuff that I think was kind of getting a little bit sloppy, and just trying to tighten up the little things, but overall, get the execution with pace.
Let's talk about your guys' zone entries. I know that's something you guys touched on in video this morning. You look back to when you guys had a lot of success. You look at even that Savannah and specifically against Toledo. What was the message kind of bringing those valuable points back and trying to kind of reinstill those good habits?
Well, we addressed it in training camp. I don't think we were a dangerous enough team off the rush last year, and so that was a big emphasis early. And I felt like the last 3-4 games we've kind of gotten away from our routes and responsibilities and kind of our rules on how we want to enter the other team's zone, and it's really kind of disconnected us, not allowed us to generate off the rush or maintain possession in the O zone. So just getting back to our foundation of how we want to cross that blue line.
Looking at some positives from that series, you guys averaged just about 40 shots per game, maybe stymied a little bit in terms of getting the puck into the back of the net. I feel like it was a combination of running into some good goaltenders, but what you guys want to establish is getting those second and third chances.
Absolutely. You got to tip your cap to Rapids goalies last week. They both played outstanding. So did our guys in net as well. And we didn't bear down when I thought, a couple of those open nets on rebounds, we didn't really bear down. And make sure they got in the back of the net. I think we kind of just took those for granted. So, like you said, we have to make sure we're creating second, third opportunities and not just having duns, and bear down when we get the chance.
Seems like going into last Saturday, you started to kind of experiment with some different line combinations, and we'll see a very different looking lineup in terms of the forward unit tonight, not in terms of the personnel, but who they're all kind of playing with. What was the decision to kind of change things up in terms of your line combinations?
Just trying to maybe spread out and balance the lines a little bit more, rather than having a lot of skill on one line and a lot of heaviness on the other. Kind of spread it all around and try to have 4 balanced lines that can play heavy and play hard and add some skill and some scoring threats up and down the lineup.
Lastly here, a lot of words that I heard going around this week was energy and compete. I'm sure you're looking for both of those here tonight, but aside from that, what are you looking for in the 60 minutes?
Well, like you said, the biggest things are energy and compete. I feel like if you have energy and you're competing, you're having fun, everything else kind of falls into place. But, we got to be good defensively as always. We got to get above pucks in the O zone. But the biggest thing, I just want energy, emotion, and compete tonight and go from there.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Best of luck and have some fun tonight.
Thanks a lot, Cam.